So the floor joists are done. The guys helped me get through that today. We went around, we made one final check. There was a couple of, like, that sill on the interior footing there was a little high, so those guys went through and planed it down. There was a couple spots they went and planed things down just to make this floor nice and level. All the blocking is in, and we put in the 30 by 30, or it's actually a little bit bigger. It's like 31 and a half by 30 crawl space opening, which is going to be under that stairwell going up to the second story of the garage. So I'll probably have a door that comes in from the master closet right in through there and then down into the crawl space. So I kind of started laying out for the plumbing. The back wall behind the toilet was right there, and then I drew where the center line for the toilet is right there. I've got a bathtub over there, and anyway, that's gonna be tomorrow's project, is laying out plumbing and figuring out a material list. And I mean, in plumbing, I mean the sewer line. All my water pipes are going to come down from the attic into the walls. Since I had so many places that I would have to have it like stuff coming up through the sill, I just didn't want to cut those up too much. So I'm only cutting them where I need to put drains or get something up to vent the sewer system. Again, a big thank you to Mark, Mike, and Gary for helping me out. This would have been another big project that would have really taken me a long time. I think I can knock out the sewer lines pretty quick by myself, but it's really nice to have that help doing the big stuff. So thank you again, guys, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Greetings, everyone. So the floor joists are all in on the house, and today we're going to start putting in the plumbing. In order to start the plumbing, I got to figure out where all the sinks and toilets and showers and baths are. And I'll give you a little shot of how I figured that out. In order to get going, I popped the 4-inch main out this wall right here. So my first fixtures are going to be this shower right here and this toilet. And so what I had to do was figure out this wall and this wall for starters. So I had to come over from the outside of the mud sill to the center of this wall is 4'7". So here is the 4'7" to the center of the wall. And it's a 2x4 wall, so I went 1 3/4 each way for 3.5, which is the width of a 2x4. So that wall is essentially right down the middle of this joist bay. The next wall I needed to find was this wall right here. And it is 6 foot from the inside of the mud sill to the close side of the wall. So you can see the first time I laid out this wall, I set my tape measure on the outside of the sill, and which was incorrect. It's actually the inside of the sill to the inside of the wall is 6 feet. And it's a 2x4 wall, so I went 3.5. So now I have the wall going this way, and I marked several of the joists over to that one where the center of the wall comes down. Knowing where the wall is going this way, and of course this wall is a 2x6 wall, so it's going to be right there. I know my alcove for where the toilet's going to sit is 4 feet wide, and the alcove for the shower over there is the same because it's going to follow the same wall. So I know the toilet will be centered at 2 foot, which is just about there. So with a 4-inch, I would need to come over to 2'2" would be the outside of my pipe. So I don't want to cut this, so my toilet will be just about looks like maybe 5/8 of an inch off center. So not the end of the world. You probably won't even notice it when it's sitting in the alcove there. So I know my 4-inch toilet drain will come up tight next to this, and then my back wall of the toilet alcove, most toilets need at least 12 inches to center from the wall. I don't particularly like to put them that close. I like to have a little space behind there, because if you want to add tile or something else behind the toilet, by the time you go 12 inches out, you put sheetrock on there, and then either a hardy board or something and tile, it just really makes that toilet tight, or the toilet won't fit next to the wall. So I'm actually going to come out 14 off the wall to the center of my toilet, and I'll show you where that is. So here is the back wall of the toilet alcove, and so I came over 14 for the center line of my toilet. So my 4-inch for my toilet's going to come up right here. So next, I need to find the center drain on the shower. I already know this opening's 4 foot. It's 5'2" to the end wall. So we're probably looking at a 4 foot by 5 foot shower pan. So probably what I'll do, since I don't know exactly if the drain will be center or if it's going to be an end drain, what I'll do is I'm just going to stub a piece out straight and cap it off. I won't actually turn it up to come up through the floor, since not real sure where that drain's going to be. I haven't looked at my shower pans and bathtubs, etc. Since I know the 2 foot center line of this alcove is the toilet will line up with that, the shower will probably line up with that. So what I'm going to do is I'll start with the piece that I have coming out the wall, 4-inch, and then I'll put a 4-inch Y branch, and coming off this Y, I'll put a 45, and I'll turn, and I'll go right down the center line of this opening so I can start tying in the shower. We also have a dual sink over here, so there's going to be a lot going on right here under this section. So let's get started with some fittings. All right, since I'm coming through the wall and I need to turn and go 90 degrees. I'm going to put these guys together like this. Forgot to buy street elbows, so I could glue that right in there. So I'm just going to have to cut a short piece. So that will get me turned 90 degrees, going the right direction. And then I could even tilt this at a 45 if I want to come up at a 45 and then run down to towards the toilet and the shower, etc. So my first piece I'll cut is just a little one to put these two together. I've cut a 4-inch piece that's going to go in the Y, and then I'll put that 45 on there, and that'll get my 90-degree turn I need. Whoops, that's not square. That's why it doesn't look 90 degrees. There we go. That looks 90 degrees. So that'll get me coming out of the wall down here and turn and come back up this way towards the camera. So let's get that glued together. Hang on to that for a second. All right, so the next one, I definitely want to line up this seam with this seam, because that'll give me my 90-degree angle that I want to make the right turn to come down the joist bay. So let's get that one glued up. Whew, that was close. Didn't think that was going to spin. A bunch of goobers there. Clean that up. Let me go get something for that. Now I'm gonna hop down in there. We'll clean the cement off of that piece down there, and we'll hook the Y branch on. So this end of the 45 is pointing down right along the edge of this floor joist. The other thing I'm going to do is cut a 10-foot piece to put on the end of this, and that'll get me out beyond that corner down there, and the bathtub is right over there by that corner. So that 10-foot piece will extend me out beyond that, and that way I'll be able to get a couple of hangers for my I designed mine at 1/4 inch per slope. I believe code is only 1/8 inch, but I had the space under the house, so I went with 1/4 inch of pitch. So let me cut a 10-footer and stick it on the Y branch, and then we'll go under there and attach it. Today, Carrie helped me. She went around the whole house and taped up all the seams on the vapor barrier and the corners, any of those vertical seams. She went around and did that while I started on the plumbing. So I've got the toilet. Disregard the baling wire. I didn't have my plumber's tape with me, and I needed to hold that up nice and plumb, so I'll change that out for plumber's tape once I have it here. That's a vent, and then I don't know where my shower's going to be, so I just ran it long. It'll either be down here if the drain is at the end, or it'll be out here if it's in the middle of the shower pan. And then got the main line going down, drops down 45 degrees to the outlet. Also over here I've got this line that comes over, and that'll go up to a dual sink, which essentially will be looking this way. There'll be a sink here and a sink here after you come out of the toilet room, whatever you want to call that. And then following the line along, this is going to be bathtub. I didn't have another sanitary tee, so I'll just have to cut that line coming up and bring it out over here and cap it a horizontal line. And then I continued on 45-degree angle going across the bedroom, and I left off right here. So I'm probably going to put a 4 no, I'm gonna have to do a 4Y, so it'll be a 4Y, and the 4 will run over that way because I have another toilet, a little half bath over there, and laundry. So that will be what comes next on the plumbing. The next couple days I got to work for Performance Heating and Air, so hopefully I can get some shots of us fabricating up some ducting. So the project is moving along as far as the plumbing goes, and it's easy enough to do by myself, so I'll spare Gary and the guys from helping me do that. It's taking a little longer because I have to jump out, cut the pieces, jump back in, you know, remeasure, jump back out, cut pieces, but I'm getting it done, and as usual, saving money as well. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.